Welcome back, episode 11 of Making Sense of Your Money. As you can tell, this is still not Elizabeth with us today. Today I have John Graves. He's a certified mortgage loan officer at Northwest Bank. We're going to talk a little bit about interest rates and how everything like that is affecting mortgages, monthly payments, and things like that. So, without further ado, we'll kind of hop right into it here. So, how much are potentially rising interest rates? How much would that affect, a monthly payment if you were in the middle of buying a home and interest rates went up? How does that work?
First of all, thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Great question. Interest rates are definitely a hot topic right now, in the market and just in general. The housing market is in an interesting spot right now, and I think interest rates do have an effect on everybody's mortgage payment, whether it be something that you're looking to refi or looking to get a new purchase. And the monthly payment is huge. It's a comfort level thing for a lot of people, and also it just might be what a loan officer tells you can or cannot afford. But for example, interest rates are on the rise. But for an example, if you have a $200,000 house, interest rates were at a lower amount a couple months back. If they go up a point, we have seen that they've been going up about a point since December. It could be on a $200,000 loan, that could be $100 to $115 extra on your monthly payment. So, definitely will affect a lot of people's budgets. Definitely will affect what you can and cannot afford. And that's really a big part of what we do now is because we have to look at the interest rates, but just figuring out what people can afford, and it's going to have an effect on a lot of people.
Sure. So when, we hear, obviously you turn on CNBC, you hear a lot about interest rates, right? When the feds raise interest rates, do mortgage rates go up in lockstep with that? Or what, I guess maybe a better question is, what rates are you looking at that directly ties to mortgage interest rates?
Yeah, when we see, the Fed chair come out and talk, we're going to raise interest rates and it's going to happen in the second quarter and the third quarter this year. Not always talking about mortgage interest rates. Usually when they're talking about interest rates rising, they're talking about credit cards and auto loans and potentially your home equity if you have one as well. Mortgage interest rates are more tied to the 10-year bond yield is what we look at, which has also been on the rise. So as the 10-year bond yield increases, it also will increase mortgage interest rates. So that's more or less what we're looking at on a daily basis. The market definitely affects interest rates. What's going on in the world definitely affects interest rates. There's a lot going on in the world in the last 2 years, so and absolutely more recently. So there's a lot of different trends we have to look at, but definitely the 10-year bond yield is what we're looking at. When the Fed directly comes out and says that mortgage interest rates are going to rise, it's obviously something that will affect what we're doing. But more or less, they are talking about everything else that has an interest rate.
Sure. So in this time in the market where inventory for houses are low, and house prices are very high, and we're in this rising interest rate environment, should people be waiting to buy a home? Should they, is the mindset of, hey, let's wait till home prices go down until we buy a house, but also there's rising interest rates. So what do you kind of tell someone that they're kind of thinking of that, kind of that question of what should I do? Is it better to just buy now, or should I wait? Or, what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of different trends going on right now. There was a lot of cash buyers over the last few years, especially in the midst of COVID. The market was very hot, and a lot of people were pulling money out of the market, or they just had a lot of equity in their house. They were pulling equity out of their homes to buy houses cash. And I think we're going to see a downtrend in that. There's a lot of volatility in the market right now, so some people are a little bit more reluctant to pull their money out to do those cash transactions, which will open it up for people that need financing for homes. And I think there's going to be some government assistance coming down for first-time home buyers. You'll see some more benefits coming out, I think, down the pipe over this year. So it will, although there is low inventory, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I think the type of buyers that are out there are going to change. And I think that the competition with cash buyers won't be there as much. So it will open the door for a lot more people to that need financing to purchase. So,
Sure.
and really, I don't know if there's a good or bad time to purchase a home. I think that especially around our area here, if you can jump on something, you're going to want to jump on it.
Sure.
And whether it's a hot market or not, I think that it does take time to find a home, and it's always good to see where you stand. Getting a pre-approval, getting the ball rolling on that, because if something does come up, you want to be ready to buy it right away.
Sure.
So having your ducks in a row is always important.
Sure. So in this unique time in the housing market, what types of people have you been able to help the most, kind of in this situation?
Sure. I mean, we try to help everybody, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And anybody that walks through the door, we want to try to help. We do, at Northwest, we have a lot of unique products that we use as well. We have a physician's loan that we use that it's great for doctors and dentists. It's 100% finance loan. So that's great. It's definitely a good loan for them. We have a heroes loan, which is for our first responders. So, your fire, police, EMS, also veterans, and current active military. So we have, some benefits for them as well. We've seen a lot of those individuals that have obviously been working a ton the last, 2 years. So, coming to the door looking to buy a house. So that's great. You know what I mean? We want to have something that can help them. So those are two of the bigger products that we use, that we've been using a lot to get people in homes, and there's some benefits there for them too.
Sure.
So,
Well, that's great. So I really appreciate your time today. We will definitely blast out John's contact information. If you do want some more information, feel out to reach out to me. I can connect you to. So we can kind of go that way. And please like and subscribe to our videos. And as always,
go Bills.